What's up, guys? Sekapoko here, bringing you another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. For this, we'll be going over some of the preparation teams that we're going to be going into the Treasure Mode Crocodile event. And I'm going to go over some of the teams that are recommended teams, and then some of the teams that I created based on some of these recommended teams. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into it. Okay guys, let's start going over Treasure Map Crocodile and all the preparation stuff we got to go on here. There is going to be a battle with Izo, and Izo looks like it's going to have a starting HP of 540,000 HP, do 6,800 damage starting on 2 turns, and it's going to limit your specials to two specials per turn. Imitation hidden 3 turns. I think that means that you're blinded. Yeah, it's blind 3 turns. And then they're immune as well. There's gonna have like 5 ads on the screen, and it looks like the ads will have about somewhere between 50 all the way 120,000. Oh wow. Okay, so the artillery one, this purple one over here, is gonna have a lot more HP than everything else in the field, and it looks like the red and the green one over here will have a 70,000 HP, where these two will have much less. So on Izo, there's also an interrupt. At the time of death blowing the slot conversion system, attribute should be the disadvantage for more than 99 turns. So basically, on death, they're gonna then give us all badly matching orbs for 99 turns. And that's why you're supposed to bring the Dawn Creek. So on death, you can actually use Dawn Creek in order to get rid of that. I don't know if you're gonna do that. I mean, it doesn't really seem useful, but okay. I guess that's one way to go. It looks like the recommended team is supposed to be version 2 Akainu with a Treasure Mode Big Mom sub, the Robin from Robin and the Chopper from the Pizza Fortnite, and finally Coliseum Dawn Creek. The next fight we're gonna have is going to be Sai Luffy, and Sai Luffy is gonna start out with 440,000 HP and have 4,000 damage on attack. He's gonna have chain coefficient upper limit fixed damage, which is basically chain lock at 1.1 for 3 turns. So you need a chain lock remover. And he's also gonna have 4 turns of resilience, making him unable to be killed except for special damages or a resilience remover. He's also gonna convert all your slots into Sai, it looks like. So there's gonna be an interrupt upon healing, so you're not supposed to heal in this fight. Moribund, which is healing. Recover up to half your, it recovers up to half his physical strength, I'm guessing, so he gets like up to half of his HP. And then normal behavior every time from attack on the 3rd turn, 1.5 times death blow damage. It says normal behavior every time from attack on the 3rd turn, and attack power times 1.5 times death blow damage. Maybe there's like a counterattack he has. Maybe on like the 3rd turn he does a counterattack, and then that's what it is. So it does like 1.5 times whatever damage he does. The recommended team they're asking to use is going to be version 2 Gear 4 Luffy. Then there's going to be Coliseum Neptune, Oven, Fortnite Brook, as well as Raid Lucci. Sorry, not version 2 Gear 4 Luffy. This is supposed to be a Treasure Mode Gear 4 Luffy. I don't know why. I keep getting them mixed up. This is the Treasure Mode Gear 4 Luffy you're supposed to use as captain. So it's a powerhouse free spirit team kind of. And the 3rd fight we're gonna have here is gonna be with Akainu, who's gonna start out with 680,000 HP. He's gonna do 4,300 damage on attack. He's gonna have significant damage reduction for 5 turns on preemptive, and then decrease the increased chain coefficient for 99 turns or more. So basically here you want to bring a chain locker, whatever chain locker is boosted. Any chain locker is fine just to get your damage off, because you're gonna have a chain coefficient reduction. So chain lock is the only way we're getting around it, because it's for 99 turns. At the end of turn 1, there's going to be an interrupt, which is going to have a state abnormality invalid for 3 turns. Basically, he's immune for 3 turns. And then continuous damage for 10 turns, which is half of his attack power. So on the 1st stage, it'll be 2150 damage per turn, and then it'll increase as time goes on. So what that continuous damage, by the way, is the end of turn damage, like you would see end of turn HP cuts. So that's what it is. At the end of turn 3, it's gonna blow off one of your bottom row. There's gonna be an interrupt on healing, so you can't use any kind of healing. which will blow away your friend Captain. On death, he's going to recover 30% of HP, and he's going to have a 2 technique slot barrier for 1 turn. The recommended team to use is going to be version 2 Gear 4. This one is version 2 Gear 4. Bobbin, the Mr. 1. Then we have Tesoro, as well as Charlotte Amand. Charlotte Amand kind of makes sense for the barrier removal. So he has the 2-turn barrier removal. Charlotte Amand, I think, is the only character in the entire game that gets rid of 2 turns of barriers. So that's one of the reasons I really wanted her, because she had a barrier remover, and I thought that was amazing. So that would be nice. I guess you could get away with using 2 different barrier removers, but that'd be kind of annoying. For the next fight, we're gonna have these Buggy. I don't know. Who's gonna have 390,000 HP and do about 3,600 damage on turn 1. His preemptive behavior is going to have a 3 hit perfect barrier for 1 turn on Buggy only. It's going to convert all slots into technical slots. I think that's... And a right row is going to have these... The right column is going to have a special rewind for 1 turn. So anybody that you're going to have on the right column either have a sailor ability that does a special rewind, or have a character on your team that rewinds specials. Like, Coliseum Kid. Version 2. Every turn, it's going to call reinforcements for when the enemies are 5 or fewer. So basically, anytime you kill the ads on the field, they're going to summon Mogi, Kabaj, or Mr. 3. So you want to kill Buggy right away, but if you don't kill Buggy, then he's going to resummon the ads. Or instead of resummoning the ads, he's going to summon a different mini boss to fight, which is annoying. It looks like the ads have a super low amount of HP, 24,000, 17,000, so much lower than normal. So you should have a lot easier a time getting rid of them, and I think that's why one of the recommended captain here is going to be 6+ Kuzan. And with using 2 Kuzan specials, that probably should get you really far into it, and you shouldn't have too much to worry about. It looks like Fortnite Vanderdecken is a good character to use here, as well as the Coliseum Kid version 2, just to have that end of turn wave flow damage. I'm not sure about using him here. I might want to use Coliseum Kid on another stage, but that special rewind can be slightly problematic. And then they have Fortnite Shirahoshi as Fortnite, whatever that Dex dude is. Then for the final boss, we're going to have Crocodile, who our recommended team is going to be a Katakuri team. No surprise there. Then you're going to have a physical fitness, which is 420,000 on stage 6, and do 3,400 damage. He's going to give us an attack down for 3 turns, so that's why you need Jozu to remove the attack down. There are other characters that remove attack down, which I will probably be bringing one of those, like Coliseum Neptune or something like that, to remove the attack down, making my life a little easier. And then his interrupt action, every single turn is going to convert all of her slots into meat. On stage 7 again, for Crocodile, he's going to have 1,000,000 HP to start with, do 4,200 damage every turn, and then he's going to have delay invalid for 99 turns or more. All members are going to have paralysis for 4 turns, and we're going to have a 700 damage per person poison, 5 turns including the first preemptive turn. So it's not really a toxic, so it's not really too much to worry about. So it is just a poison, but it is 700 damage per person as a preemptive hit. So that's going to be a total of 700 times 6, which is 4,200 damage. So initially you take 4,200 damage, and then every single turn you'll take 4,200 damage. I don't know. It doesn't look like here it's going to be a toxic, because on the screen you can see it is a poison. So I think this is just for like later on you might need Ivankov, but it looks like you may not need Ivankov just because it is only a 4,200 hit. At the end of the 3rd turn and every turn, every unit is going to get a paralysis for 4 turns. So you are going to need a paralysis remover here, because you can't wait out the paralysis. You definitely need to bring one. Looks like normal behavior, every time when you strength is 50% or less, attack power times 3 death blow damage. So he's gonna if you're gonna be killing him, you have to kill him in like 1 turn, or get him to just above 50% and then kill him. Looks like you cannot try to kill him too slowly. He does have a large amount of HP. Below 50%, he is going to do whatever 3 times his attack is. Right at the first turn, it's 12,000 damage, and beyond that, it'll be much more. So on death, he's going to recover up to 30% of his physical strength and convert all slots into block orbs, which is probably why we have the Katakuri here, in order to get rid of the block special. So the characters to bring, of course, a paralysis reducer and then maybe a poison reducer if you have to kill him over 2 turns, because you also have to deal with the poison hit that's coming happening right after that. So that's why Ivankov is super helpful, because of the poison hit. Now, if you do have a team with a large enough HP pool, you may be able to just kill him, no problem. The recommended team that they're asking us to bring is Katakuri, the new Treasure Mode booster Ivankov, Treasure Mode booster Jozu, then the new Nami, I'm guessing for Orb boost as well as color affinity, and the new Brûlé. And I'm guessing that's for the tap timing bonus for a little bit extra damage. I'm not really sure why, but I guess that could be helpful. So for my team versus the recommended team versus Izo, I'm going to be using a Kuzan team, most likely just to get my wave clear out. And then in case, like I'm seeing the later stages being a little bit more annoying. And what I'm going to be doing is using the Coliseum Kid in order to make sure I don't have damage. And what I'll do, since I'm going to be using a Striker and Powerhouse hybrid team, I can actually get some matching orbs with the Kairos. So what I'll do is get a full board of G orbs with the Big Mom if I want to have full orb matching or whatever, and then use Kairos to get like some matching orbs in order to kill the Izo. Now, if I did want to, I could try to like do it a little bit differently here, but I'm pretty sure that this would provide more than enough damage to kill him. The 1.25 color affinity might throw me back a little bit, but the fact that I'll be able to get some matching orbs on Izo, and I'll have an end of turn damage here, as well as 2 Kuzan specials, should probably keep me till like around 30 or 40, and I should be able to get around all the gimmicks here, so it should be okay. And if I did really want to, I'm pretty sure that what I could do, if I just wanted to, I could bring in like a different character instead of Kairos. I can use instead of Kairos, I can use another straight character and just use Treasure Mode Big Mom with Coliseum Kid in order to just get the wave clear off and just focus my damage on Izo, and that should be enough for a lot of stages. See how Kid is going to be doing like 600,000 damage, so I'm pretty sure I'll be okay with the Kid, but if it doesn't work out, then I can try some other things. Also, if I do need to, I can extend buffs into a room so I can switch out some other characters in order to do that. So for my team versus the Luffy stage, which is going to have a chain coefficient limit as well as a resilience debuff, what I'm going to be using is just basically an int team to get all Psi orbs. And I was thinking about maybe using some characters in here to like manipulate my orbs in from Psi into matching. I'm not really sure what I want to do because there is only an interrupt on healing, and I'm pretty sure I can just get away with some kind of orb manipulation here and get matching orbs in some way, shape, or form. So I'm not really sure what team to bring. I just put a bunch of 8 units on the same team. That's probably gonna be enough for the earlier stages, and then when I do need matching orbs, I'll be able to have those matching orbs later and have that damage. So versus the recommended team, the thought on the recommended team, what I'm seeing is that they're just basically using G4 to kill the mini boss, and then using 2 G4 specials when time goes on, and using more and more specials like Lucci as time progresses just to kill the boss, and not actually trying to do damage to it. The whole idea there is just use damaging specials, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna do something similar, just use V2 Akainu to do the same deal. Either way, it'd be fine. So versus the Akainu stage, I'm literally mirroring the entire team, except I don't have Tesoro, so my replacement is going to be Kai Raid Boa, and I'll just go from there. I'm pretty sure that should be fine. I'm not getting any major boosts out of using like Treasure Mode, Gear 4, and on my teams, but they should work fine. My thought here is that I already have the characters to get rid of all the mechanics, so Bob is going to help me with the damage reduction, I believe. Or is it Mr. 1? I can't remember which. Yeah, Bobbin reduces the percent damage reduction on Akainu, so I can just get rid of it. And then the Mr. 1 is here to give us a quick orb quick orb boost and a point boost. Obviously, you can bring anybody you want in that spot. You can bring like Bellamy or whoever you want. It doesn't really matter. If you didn't pull and know how Mr. 1, it's fine. For the next stage versus Buggy, we're going to have... I just figured I'd bring a driven team. I can use a V2 Dopey special when I enter the room, most likely, so that would be fine for later stages. And because you're going to do at least like 50,000 damage overkill on the stage before, right? I mean, I don't really see why you wouldn't do at least 50,000 damage overkill. But then on this, if I don't want to stall as long, what I have is the Raid Akainu, and that will do a wave clears for the earlier stages. And he's on a much shorter cooldown. I think it's like 12 turns or something like that. So he'll make it a little bit easier for myself. And then I just filled it with driven units beyond that. All of these units are free to play as the subs just to make my life easier. And I don't really see this being an overly difficult stage. I just decided V2 Dofi might be a better fit because it is a quick boss and going using a dex unit. And then for the final boss, what I'm going to be using instead of the recommended characters for all of your recommended characters, I decided to bring Neptune. I think because he's an attack down remover, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Neptune because he's an attack down remover, and I really didn't have anybody else who was boosted that was an attack down remover, so I kind of felt like I had to bring him. Now I could have brought like an additional damage dealer here, but Neptune should be fine. And then on the final boss, I don't have Brule either, so I decided to bring Tankman because Tankman also fits the requirements and he's Psy, so I should get some additional damage off him. Even though I can't use Tankman special, I figured that would be an okay unit to bring instead of Brule just to make sure that I had some kind of extra damage. Overall, these teams are okay. I'm not like in love with them, and I'll probably be adjusting them as time goes on, but I figured this would be a good starting point for me and help me build the team for the treasure mode. Alright guys, well my name is Sekapoko. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did enjoy the video, make sure you smack that like button down below as well as the subscribe button down below so we get lots of support on the channel and of course, keep the channel growing. If you guys do want to get notifications on all my videos, make sure to hit the bell notification right next to it so you guys get notifications every time I drop a video. If you want to get the last couple videos, they're right over there, and you guys have a great rest of your day. Peace.